We are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, wherever you may be, and of course, however you may be listening. Well, welcome to the Life as a Chad YouTube channel, especially you first timers, the first timers. Thank you for being here. And this is going to be a fun video. I fully expect there to be pushback uh, from both sides of the topic that is going to be discussed. Definitely going to be pushback. That's how it usually is. And the topic in question is, of course, the Jaden McNeil and Nick Fuentes drama. Now, I want to make it clear right off the bat that two things. One, I don't know a ton about the drama because, well, most of us have other shit to do. And therefore can't pay attention to every ounce of this stuff. But two, even if I did, I don't think I would talk about it because I think that that's kind of a Huaman thing. Talking about the drama. Rather, I want to take this time to kind of just let you guys know where I am at in relation to these two guys and just kind of my thoughts in general of America First, Nick Fuentes, Jaden McNeil, and the whole 9 yards. Man, I mean, we're going to hit it all here. And none of this is going to be a personal attack or anything like that. It's just going to be some light reactionary commentary. So first and foremost, I have a lot of the comments that I have gotten have been accusations of me being a groiper, me not being a groiper, and shit like that. And listen, I do not consider myself a groiper. When I think of a groiper, I visualize someone who is a gamer, someone who is online a lot, someone, and this is the key point, someone who went to the events, the Charlie Kirk events, the Rhino events, the Ben Shapiro events, and pushed back, asking questions in the audience. Okay. Groiper war. That is what I visualize when I think of groiper. And I don't fit any of those boxes. Number one, although a lot of my buddies, specifically from high school, were huge gamers, I am not. I am a huge athlete, have always been an athlete. That is what I like to do with my time, is be physically active. Not that I think gaming is terrible. I think there's a lot of positives that come with gaming and gaming in general. But for me, that is just something that never was a passion of mine. My best friend fucking plays video games almost all day long. Okay. That is just what it is. But furthermore, I didn't go to those events. Therefore, I do not consider myself a groiper. Now, with that being said, does that mean that I dislike the groipers or anything like that? Of course not. I think that a lot of the stuff that they did was so necessary. It needed to just be done. We needed to have some of these buffoon, fake, rhino conservatives exposed. And I've done videos on it, on these fake conservatives like Charlie Kirk, and things like that. Okay. Now, moving this along politically, while I have always been conservative, I was in high school and things like that. When I was a little bit younger, I was probably more a neocon than what I am now, which is a paleocon. And I am definitely an America First individual. And I think that that is in each country's best decision or excuse me, best interest to put their country first. I think that is the best way to help all the citizens live the best life that they can, is by putting the people and the land of your country first. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And that is where I lean more so now. And that happens to be where Nick Fuentes is, where John Doyle is. They are America First paleocons. Okay. Now, moving this right along here, one thing that I have discussed is some of their views on women. And now, before I get into that, I want to say that, again, personally, I very much relate to the camaraderie of the friendship and just the existence and the type of guys that Nick and Jaden and all of them are. Okay. Suburban white kids who love, who listen to rap music, but love their country. Also, I relate and game a shit ton. I relate to that massively. Okay. When I see them, I see the same kids that I was best friends with in school. Okay. That were my good buds. And basically what I'm saying is, on a personal level, I can relate to them. And I think a lot of dudes here, young guys in America, can relate to these two guys. Now, I made a video highlighting a discussion that Nick and one of the other, Nick Beardson, and one of the other, I think it was Kai. Yeah, it was Kai Clips, who gave me a nice little retweet a few of my videos. I did a video on them discussing their views on marriage and things of that nature. And the reality is, it started with Kai Clips basically stating, or Kai Schwemmer basically stating that, well, if you're conservative and you're religious, and you're a man, you should want to get married. And Nick and Beardson pushed back on that heavily. Of course, Beardson now is getting divorced, I believe. And that, that is starting to get pretty messy. But in fairness, I don't know a whole lot about it. Beardson's never really interested me a ton. I think he's entertaining, but he's never really interested me a shit ton either. Not as much as these other individuals. Some of his rants are pretty funny, but that's about it for me. And I dove in to the discussion that they had, and as I already said, their take on marriage and being a conservative man and all of that. And on one hand, with Nick Fuentes, there is a lot that I like about his views. For example, he is a big believer of holding women accountable and not being a fucking simp. And I like that. I think that that is good and valuable information to give all men, and for all men to espouse to. I really, really do like that. To not pedestalize women, which is something that conservative cucks have been doing for years, which is basically the idea of a knight in shining armor, and that each woman is the woman that you were destined to be with by God, and it is a magical existence of you guys being together. And Nick pushes back on that, and a lot of the America First individuals push back on that stuff. And as I said, they believe in not being beholden to women, to having a purpose as a man, and holding women accountable, not pedestalizing them. And I think all of that is great. I think that is awesome. I really, really, truly do. And I've said that in previous videos as well. But it does seem to me that on occasion, or at least recently, Nick has gone a little bit far with that. And I think guys like Jaden and Kai Schwemmer, in their discussions, I lean more towards that. And I don't think that their position is all that unreasonable. And I think, especially for conservative men, it's even accurate. if you are, number one, a believer in thinking it is okay to be white and okay, and it's okay to be proud of your heritage and where you're from, and it's okay to be proud of your country, then all of those things, and you talk about the tough things such as, you know, the white population going down. And I don't want to get too much in that because I know I'm going to get, you know, some of these goofballs commenting and taking that way too out of context. But if you do discuss that, which a lot of it is all good, okay, then simultaneously the logical thing and the best thing you can do as a man is to build your wealth, to have authority, to have leadership as a man in the area you live in. I always say that as a man, the best thing that you can do is to be a leader, to basically be involved in your community and be a staple of your community. Okay. And three, to build your wealth and have a smoking hot wife who does love you, who will submit to you, and to have a few babies with her. Okay. That is the best thing that you truly can do, especially if you start in the line of thinking of some of the stuff that I said with that Nick and other America First people have talked about, which is, you know, our southern border being totally wiped through, yada, yada, yada. And the white population in America being slandered and totally ridiculed and, this and that the best thing to do that you can do is further your lineage and to be a Christian man, which includes being a husband. Now, on the flip side, it also says in the Bible that if you're not going to get married, then it's okay to basically live a sexless life. And I think that that's okay too. But I really think that that is for few and far between. Okay. I really, really do. I definitely don't think that that is the main answer for young men to be given and for them to take internally and to apply to their life. Okay. I just do not. I don't think that that is the answer for a majority of young men out here. Basically, I'm with Nick on all of the holding women accountable, not pedestalizing, and having a purpose as a man, all the way to building up your life and, you know, becoming an important man and having a woman become a part of your life, not you become a part of her life. Okay. That I am a proponent of, and having a nuclear family. Because let's be honest here, of all the attacks on Christianity in America, or all the attacks going on in America, the number one thing that has basically been the pushing force to the disintegration of America has been the attack on the nuclear family. It really, really has. And so I do believe that that is important. And quite frankly, as a conservative man, I believe it is important to apply those things to your life. That's not me saying that you should be a white knight or some kind of conservative cuck out here. In fact, I'm saying the opposite, that you don't have to be that. You can have purpose as a man and apply some of these good lessons that have been given to you by guys like Nick, but also you can simultaneously believe that it is still good ultimately to get married and to be as strong a man as possible. Now, in general, okay, this is the main thing I wanted to talk about was my thoughts in relation to intersexual dynamics and Nick's, but just in general, I wanted to just kind of discuss America First and Nick and what do if I think it's been good for America and all of that. Listen, folks, Nick and America First has been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal for the conservative party in general. It has held people accountable. It has made the conservative politicians really take onus of some of the stuff that they do once we put them into power and things of that nature. But furthermore, I think it has helped young white guys and young conservatives to basically say, you know what, this is what I am, and that's fucking okay. And I think that that's awesome. I love the veracity and the courage and the balls and the courage of Nick Fuentes. And I think it has been great for a lot of people in general. I really, really do. Now, in general, folks, I don't think you should allow yourself to get too wrapped up in this stuff because ultimately we are not in this. We don't know what happens behind closed doors. We don't see the text messages. We don't see all this shit. Okay. All we see is someone on a laptop on a screen. And that's all we see. We see an hour or a couple hours at most of somebody sitting stationary in a chair at most. That's it. Okay. We don't see all the other stuff. So it's really difficult to say who's right, who's wrong, who's telling the truth, and all that stuff. I personally don't think you should allow yourself to get too wrapped up in all this. I don't think you should be shelling out a bunch of tip money to people. I mean, I'm also not going to tell you what to do with your money, but in general, I think there's better stuff you could be doing with your money. I know some people have basically said that they think that Nick Fuentes is the optical version of, or excuse me, unoptical version of America First, and John Doyle is the optical version. And you know, I don't really know. I like both of them. I think they're both very impactful, very intelligent dudes. And it's fucking hilarious to me why why those two cannot team up and put their intelligence together to figure out how to make this even bigger and better and really take everything by storm. I don't understand that, but that's between them. Now, specifically here, Jaden McNeil it sounds like he is off of Cozy TV. Cozy TV, in my opinion, is dominating. I mean, it is growing. There's a lot of very popular people on Cozy. And, you know, from afar, it really seems like America First is doing just fine. I mean, I know that there's this drama here, but sometimes, you know, shit happens, guys. I mean, we're not Juanin here, okay? Shit happens. Sometimes you have a buddy and you guys are best pals and you know, and then you butt heads. That shit happens all the time. You know, I don't think we should read too much into it, but nonetheless, it looks like Jaden McNeil is bouncing. You know, I basically heard somebody saying that he went on Kino Casino, which I watched a video of that. And quite frankly, it looks like both those guys are about to fucking cum their pants while talking about America First and Nick Fuentes. You know, they're like, Nick Fuentes, I just came. It's fucking stupid, dude. Kino Casino is so dumb. I swear it's really seems like both those guys are about to jizz themselves talking about America First and Nick Fuentes and the drama right on screen and just keep rolling. I mean, it's yeah. But apparently Jaden McNeil went on that. And he's going to be joining Kino Casino. I don't fucking know. Maybe, some people can clarify what's going on here in the comment section. I think Jaden McNeil is talented. I think he has some skill, some intelligence. And again, it's just really hard for me to say one way or the other what the fuck happened here because we're not there. We don't truly know. From Jaden, I'd like to see some receipts. Frankly, from both sides. Either way, we don't really know, and I'm not really taking sides here. Because I think both of them are talented guys. I really, really do. Let's watch a little bit of this clip here and hear what my dude Jaden has to say on this situation. Here we go. By the way, this is free speech, bro. Great fucking YouTube channel. Check it out. It really is a great channel.
Sucks that this happened.
Let me read through these.
This will be my last $5 chat.
Damn.
Thank you for the good content the past year and a half.
Well, Pat, man, I hate to see you go,
really
man.
rich.
I hate to see you go. I don't know how you
sorry, went off on you on egg. A have had me ticked off for a while, but there were some homies
Pat, man, says sucks this has happened. Always loved you. That's my last $5 chat. If you always love me, if you want to keep watching their stream, I just wanted the people to know like what's going on and that this guy isn't what they think they are. This guy isn't who people think he is, and on top of that, he's been slandering me for a week straight. Niggas.
So it sounds like Jaden is saying that Nick appears one way on camera, but behind the scenes, he's a dirty motherfucker. That's what it sounds like Jaden is saying here.
Acts like you. I don't know. Am I allowed to say that on here? People act.
Fuck. We should just petition for them to square up here, okay? And duke it out like real men instead of fucking bitching about it on YouTube.
It's like they haven't watched my stream for the last, like you said, year and a half to 2 years, 3 years. Like, you guys really think I'm just gonna switch up like that? Yeah. Like, yes. I hate to break it to you, all the groypers out there. I want to have a family.
Groypers!
So I do interact with women. But my grave.
And I understand that. I do too. I totally understand that. That's the main thing that I have talked about in this video. I think that there's a lot of good shit that Nick and that mindset has brought to light. I think that they have brought to light and exposed the inability for modern women to be adequate wives, to be adequate mothers. And I think that that is worth a look. I really, really do. And I already rattled off the other stuff, such as not pedestalizing, having a purpose as a man, bringing her into your world, not the other way around, for her to be submissive, yada, yada, yada. All that shit is great. It really is. But I think that there are few and far between, okay? Not all of us are Nick Fuentes, all right? We are not so fucking popular to where we could get any chick we want because, well, let me take that back because I don't even know if that's true. But not all of us have his popularity. And so he's in a very unique situation, Normal men need to be used to talking to women, okay? You just do. And quite frankly, you need to learn how to overcome, as Jesse Lee Peterson would say, your pussiness of talking to women and overcome your mother, your hate towards your mother, and be able to just talk to women normally.
Sin was the grave sin is that they're going to expose. Like I said, I kissed an e-girl one time because I just got out of my 2-year relationship.
What? Kissed an e-girl? Let's go, dude. Let's fucking go, dude.
I'm really rich.
And then I realized it was a fucking disaster. There was nothing else there. And that was it.
So you mean to tell me, you know, fucking Jaden tried on for size being a Chad? You know, it's not like he got a kiss on the pecker or anything like that. He just got a fucking peck on the mouth, okay, from a fucking stupid e-girl, okay, who's probably kissed at least 1,000 other dudes. I mean, you know, that's a side note here. Do any of you guys really still believe that any hot chick has been with less than 100 guys? I mean, come on.
But let me hold on. Just so I can talk. Let me cat boy. Because this is the constant spam. It's like, thank you. I just exposed the cat boy. Anyways,
please just get into it, Jaden, please.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the big thing. Like, you guys really thought that I would be like, oh, okay, I'm turning on Nick and AF for a girl or something. It's like, yes, I want a family. Yes, these things are important to me. I separate these things. I don't know why you guys would just be like, oh yeah, that
compartmentalize. That's what men do.
Makes total sense. We know Jaden. He's like one of the realest guys on this thing and in this thing, and he's just gonna turn on everybody. Like, it's retarded. I've been saying forever, especially to people that I'm close to in this thing. Like, if you've been watching my streams for a long time, I don't think it's that surprising. I've told most of you, all the mods, everybody that watches all the time, I've been telling you to get married, have kids. I
gotta say, I agree. I do.
I always have like gone back and forth with Nick about this stuff, so it's really not that surprising, I don't think. That being said,
I can't believe he's been sent $5,000. Wow.
None of that has to be talked about. I'm sure that there's gonna be more mud flung or whatever. But yeah, I had to go on. I felt no other option. Nick's been backing me in a corner. That's why I resigned in the first place, because they wanted me out. I wanted out. It was coming to an end, regardless of if I released it, he would have released it. It doesn't matter. I wanted to leave on my own terms, and it didn't have to get nasty like this. It is what it is. That's just Nick's personality. If you know him, you guys have probably you guys know how he is.
I will say, Nick does seem to have a history of shit being pretty big, and probably bigger than it needs to be.
Not going.
At least that's what it seems from afar.
He doesn't want to go away peacefully. He wants the mutually assured destruction. He wants to burn everything down. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke, and you know, believe it, don't believe it. Me, Patrick, Jake, Allsup, Simon, Assistant Groiper, half the intern team. Like, go down anyone that's been close to this guy, and you see a fucking nightmare tale. So, you know, I don't really care at this point. I said my piece. I don't really want to go on about it anymore, frankly. After tonight, I don't know. I'm sure Beardson's going to do his thing. Maybe.
I want to see a video where he talks about what he's referring to here. Because it sounds like he has another video where he basically gives the background story on Nick behind the scenes.
Laughing at Beardson content could be funny, but from now on, I'm trying to do my own thing. We'll see if but I have a feeling this probably isn't going to end on their side anytime soon.
Damn, dude, sit still, Jaden.
Because, as you know, Beardson went on Ralph's day. He's like, the only content these guys can make is going after people. It's like, really, dude, really, Beardson? That's really rich coming from you, who's the content god. Dude just goes after like 300 follower Telegram accounts, like total random people, just to stir up drama. That's the whole bit. Or he's like talking about girl problems, which again, I've always separated the two.
Yeah, I think Beardson's pretty lame myself.
My online life, the dating thing, it's just, I don't know how I'm labeled this when you got Beardson doing his whole thing with the wife and airing all.
That's true. I mean, Beardson is literally getting a divorce. So I don't know how you can't call that out at the same time. If you're going to call Jaden out for whatever bullshit you have a disagreement with him with this, one would think you'd call Beardson out for not being a man enough to hold on to his woman.
All that out publicly. Bake doing the whole Cassandra thing.
Baked is an infamous fucking cuck.
Her all this stuff with my fundraiser because guys gotta provide, so I bought her all this fucking like designer stuff, and I'm gonna drive across the country to pick her up and drive her back out across the country. I'm gonna propose, and then she's gonna leave me, and then I'm gonna go get her again, and she's gonna leave me. It's ridiculous.
One thing you guys need to understand, if you don't think I'm really truly a Chad, trust me, I'm a fucking Chad compared to these guys. You can believe that.
But anyways, I'm not here to continue. We got all that across. Again, shout out to the Kino Casino. House always wins. I really appreciate everyone who went into it with an open mind. I know that like people in chat, even I know CWC, like people that I've fought with in the past. I appreciate everyone that's
all right, so here's a little bit of Kino Casino. I'm not going to play too much of it because these guys seem like the type of guys to give me a copyright strike. But I'll play as much as I can. We'll see what we get out of it. Let's just see.
Royper Generals or
yes,
average?
Royper Generals.
By the way, guys, your boy here is 6'2". Okay, I am a former Division I water polo player. I'm fucking shredded. Okay.
Leadership, the cream of the crop.
Yeah, probably like 5'7".
Okay. Yo, how tall is Beardson for real?
I don't know.
Yeah. How tall is Beardson for real? Yeah. Yeah.
Probably like I don't know. I don't see the
He's
thing
4'9".
about it is,
He's 4'9", right?
He's 4'9", right? He's 4'9", right?
He wants to be nice. You got to ask him in a more subtle way.
I'm being nice because Beardson has only attacked me behind the scenes, and he's postured himself publicly as an ally. Like, oh, I love Jaden, but I've seen all the messages where he's already the Beardson stream's incoming, so I don't really feel all that bad making fun of.
I have another face check on what Nick is looking like right now, bro.
Oh, see this. By the way, okay, this is not me taking sides here. I'm really not based off of this. But this is what I talked about earlier when I said that the Kino guys look like they are about to come in their pants. You know, this is what I fucking visualize when Nick is crying. You know what I'm saying, Jaden? Jaden, do you know what I'm saying?
Are there tears involved?
It looks.
Are there tears involved? Ew. Cha-ching.
Looks like there's almost tears in his eyes, Jim. Like it's amazing.
Salsa's pouring out right now, and the fucking bucket's full.
Like,
if it was some salsa coming out of his eyes, I'd fucking lick it.
Floating on his cheek, and his eyes are dead, bro. It's like 1,000 Catboy cock stare.
Why? He's about to make $100,000 off.
Are you able to present this to everybody?
Yeah. Let me present it 1 second. Oh, let me open it over here. I haven't really used this system too much, but.
Oh, here comes his porn collection. This is gonna be great, guys. Screen cap this.
There it is, folks.
Like, look at him.
Is he bitching himself? What the fuck is that?
Hello, darkness, my old friends.
I'm about to come in my pants again, cause we're Kino Casino, where we jizz in our pants by talking about Nick. Hello, come, my old friend. I'm about to splurge on you again.
I've come to talk with you again. Like, that's bad. Like, look at his
like, that's bad. Ugh, I just came.
left eye.
That's
like
just
that
despair.
is
Jesus.
despair. Jaden, what?
This guy fucking has the perennial high laugh. You know, if any of you have smoked some ching ching chong here, you know that you always have that one friend who got, by the way, I do not recommend that, especially not as an adult, but there's always that one guy who's like,
What have you done? This was your best friend for life, brother.
I mean, he says that, but he hasn't been acting like too great of a friend, if we're being honest.
Well, he
I mean,
talked shit for an entire week.
An entire week for 2 Telegram posts, and I texted him. I said, you know, I'm out, but hopefully we can still be cordial. You know, thanks for all you've done for me. It goes all the way back. He's not only been talking about me for a week, but he's just been straight up lying, and hopefully we can get into that. That's really the whole point of me coming on here, because I wasn't like planning to come on here initially, but as the week progressed, you know, he's threatening me.
I gotta say, I think Jaden is fucked because he was Turning Point, and then he left Turning Point to go to America First, and then he bounced from America First to Kino Casino. So I just want to point that out. I mean, he kind of seems like a slut, quite frankly.
He's doxing my biggest donor. He's threatening to dox other people through his little proxy of minions. He's I can't really.
The doxing thing is so fucking lame. It really is. It really is.
Defend myself on anyone else's stream.
From anybody to anybody. It really is.
You know, people are like, "Why don't you go on Beardson's?" Well, I've seen the screenshots there. He's not really an ally.
Well, you speak your truth here, King.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate
Yes,
that. Yeah, I'm here to speak my truth. So.
But I
Jaden,
did want to ask one question, because the height question really does get to me, and I know he doesn't want to specifically tell us how tall Beardson is, because that'll make him throw himself off a bridge. How much money would you say you spent on Icy Hot to soothe your neck from looking down when you're around them? Like just a general dollar amount.
Well,
Tiger Balm, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I don't know, man. I'm not used to the.
Right,
I need to get out of my. I'm not used to attacking these guys because they've been my friends for so long.
I know. I'm just a little light entry.
Yeah, that is strange. It is. You can see it on his face that his wheels were churning. I think here's the thing, and I'm gonna end this here. I was hoping that I was gonna be able to find the problem. I can't seem to find it. It just sounds like Jaden is upset that Nick was talking shit. Who cares, really? But it sounds like Jaden was upset. Nick was talking shit. He was starting to distance himself from Cozy, from America First. And he did that. I do think it's somewhat suspect for him to be Turning Point, America First, Kino Casino. I do think at one point he did truly enjoy being friends with Nick and America First. And I think you see that here. This is so lame. It really is, man. This is so lame all the way around. This is like some classic women shit. Anyways, I just did this video because I wanted to clear up some things on my end, what I think of America First, what I think of Nick, things I slightly disagree on, things I agree on, things I think are good, things that I think are a little bit too far. You know, not as much on the actual drama between Jaden and Nick. You know, if you want to comment and fill me in on that, that'd be great. But other than that, we're going to bounce out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you guys consider smashing that subscribe button because, well, subscribing makes you feel good. At the very least, like, comment, share. You know the drill. Thank you for hanging out on the Life as a Chad YouTube channel. I will see you guys next time. DBAP, don't be a pussy willow and facts over feelings, because your feelings don't matter. But by the way, guys, I was going to say this. I should have just ended it there. But there has been a few people who have commented. They're like, "You're not a Chad. You're not a Chad." And it's just so funny because number one, being a Chad is a mindset more so than a physical appearance. But secondly, the physical appearance, as I said, I'm 6'2". I know this camera doesn't do me justice, but I have a full head of hair, full fucking bank account. I'm shredded like a greyhound. I'm a former Division I athlete. Trust me, I'm doing better than 80% of men. You can believe that. And the receipts are there. Anyways, I should have just ended it. I really should have. DBAP, don't be a pussy, Willow. Facts or feelings, your feelings don't matter. See you guys next time on the Life as a Chad YouTube channel. Bye-bye.